Welcome back to Startup Street. Bootstrap Chennai-based data innovation and life sciences startup Agilisium has projected sustained growth at 45% CAGR to rake in revenues of $100 million by 2027. In a chat with Jude Sannith, the company's founder and CEO said that its recently launched innovation fund would be used to build agentic AI solutions across 30 to 40 projects in the life sciences sector. Here's a slice of that conversation. Listen in.
And we'll talk a little bit about how that will translate into revenues for Agilisium in a sense. But if you could just give us a lowdown in terms of how much you've been doing in revenues, what have growth rates been like, how has the company grown, and what's your revenue number as things stand right now?
Sure. Actually, interesting time you asked this question. We just closed our 2024. We operate in a calendar year.
Yes.
And we closed last year, crossed our 50 million mark in the revenue, which has been quite a good milestone for a startup company to cross. So we have crossed that. We are towards the journey of crossing the 100 million over next few years. And Gen AI has been really a key for that. And the life science also has been key. We used to be kind of analytics focused. We narrowed down to life science in last few years because we want to not only just be a technology company, we wanted to be an insights company.
Right.
And we understood that if you have to do insights business, then you need to go deep in domain. And that's how we said, okay, let's select a domain and go deep. And what other domain to render more value than life science? It's a phenomenal value.
And the target of 100 million in the next few years, you're looking to hit that by calendar year 2027, I would assume?
Yes.
Right.
We are on track. We have been having CAGR growth of 45%, and we continue to have that traction for next few years. So we should be able to, with that kind of growth, we should be able to hit a 100 million target by 2027.
So give me some insights in terms of what are the different parts of this value chain that you find yourselves.
So the primary value chain, what we are involved in, we are focused in, is two primarily value chain. Life science has multiple key value chains, but primarily we are working as of now is commercial and R&D. So we are starting to little bit do on manufacturing, but it's in a very early stages. But commercial is we are very, very strong. That's where most of our business. And also we are getting very stronger in R&D process of the supply chain. These are the two areas.
It's really interesting you talk about agentic AI because that is pretty much what most experts and even companies are talking about will be the one big part of AI that is all set for exponential growth this year. So I know we're doing this interview in the midst of your innovations lab. You also have an innovation fund that you've set up, close to $1 million if I'm not mistaken. Take me through what this is all about and how will it help agentic AI move forward?
Thank you for asking that question. See, the agentic AI, there are multiple parts of agentic AI. There are horizontal and there is vertical. The horizontal is basically, it creates all the tools and pieces where you can utilize that to develop a solution. But when you go in deep into a domain, in a life science, for example, under commercial, under patient 360, and if you want to go under that and better understand a caregiver, HCP, then you need it's not just a technology, you need to understand contextual data for that company and for that kind of therapeutic area.
What are some of the other solutions that you're working on here at Agilisium?
So so one of the key customers, we are working with a major healthcare in San Diego. Basically, one of the problems they are trying to solve is how agentic AI can help in the kidney transplant, in identifying the best donor, most suitable donor and the recipient, so the longevity of the receiver will be higher. Right? How can look at all the historical data, look at all the patient data and past patient data, and which patient receiving from which kind of patient from their all the biological specifics suitable where the organ will be accepted by the receiver. So we are working with them.
All right, so 30 to 40 projects that you're looking at by way of the Innovation Fund itself, as many partnerships as well,
Absolutely.
I would begin to assume. However, in this 10-year journey that you've been on thus far, you've remained stoically bootstrapped.
Yep.
Are you open to the prospect of venture capital funding? If yes, what kind of timeline are we looking at?
Yeah, so definitely. See, I think one of the things is that we definitely want to be in a much mature state, you know. So what we have told ourselves is that anywhere between our revenue, somewhere between 200 to 250 million, we want to, where it is, we did not draw the line. Somewhere once we have crossed the 100 million mark, and somewhere between like 250 billion mark, we will definitely open to the markets, because if we have to grow beyond that, the scales are higher. We want other partners, not only for money, for other reasons. We want a partner who will bring a lot more value, you know, lot more, you know, the expertise that we may not necessarily possess.
And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. From Shruti and me, goodbye and many thanks for watching. Stay tuned, more news and updates coming up on the other side.